Welcome back to the Studio Shangri-La podcast. And this is resuming course from the healing temple of the body, a shifting paradigm of health. So this is part 2. I think that this is a really important topic to continue on. That it's going to be a really powerful change for society at large and really the future of human civilization even. And I don't think that that's overstating things. For the paradigm of health to shift from the industrialized viewpoint to the holistic and biocompatible or synergistic with nature version. Now, on the one hand, a lot of current treatments are plant-based, and those are great. What's been synthesized from plants. And I happen to agree with non-invasive medicine and going to those non-invasive solutions first. Recognizing, of course, that there are situations such as accidents that do require some physical intervention. What I'm talking about is the overall philosophical or ideological umbrella of medicine. And shifting this paradigm from distrust of biology to trust. That's the overall arch of this topic here for the podcast. That trusting our biology is a much stronger foundation for medicine than distrust. Now let's expound upon this a little bit. Trust, also connected to this, is assuming biological intelligence at different levels and assuming what I think is rather obvious aliveness and organized intelligence of biology on all levels. In trusting this biology, we place faith and respect in the levels of evolution that have come before us and that eventually led to the emergence of us. All of these building blocks that comprise our biology, they are intelligent life responsible for building us. And that imbued in the human form is so much intelligence. There is so much intelligence packed into every micrometer. So shifting the paradigm means respecting the intelligence of life and valuing our physical form, valuing the material. And this is a change from some philosophical narratives of some cultures. This is respecting the body and saying that it is well capable of taking care of itself and perpetuating and regenerating. And this goes against some spiritual, religious narratives that imply that the body should be disrespected or discarded or denied. And the new paradigm of health views this as nonsensical in the light of modern knowledge. So there needs to be a better syncing up of the modern knowledge of science and the philosophical and spiritual and cultural narratives. Every day, we learn more about biology and how amazing it is and how complex and intricate. I cited last time, of course, DNA is a really obvious example of DNA and RNA and the complexity of their interactions. So there's obvious and large amounts of evidence that the human body is well equipped for a number of tasks, an expanding number of tasks. Our biology is so complex and amazing that I suppose on one level it can be overwhelming. Though we're on board this bioship, basically, and that our consciousness is the emergent property of so many components of this amazing bioship. And the new paradigm says this is all the more reason to take care of it and value what we have rather than attacking it or ourselves. See, there's the irony right there. There's no separation. Body, mind, spirit, all one and the same. I suppose for talking points, I can let some verbiage go here in order to make a point. But we are the emergence of our biology and all that is around us. When it comes to shifting from invasive to non-invasive medicine in this USA, what has been industrialized culture, it's going to make a huge difference. When we invade or mutilate the body, it registers as an attack. And it is a distrust in a lot of situations that people move to intervene right away at any discomfort in a physical way. It's an ignorant sort of perspective when we can see that, literally see that we have the built-in machinery to take care of so many things. And that combined with the plant adaptogens, for example, from our environment, which are really designed to help us because we did come from the earth. And this fits in with spiritual narratives too. It's a futuristic update, or one that comes from the information of non-industrialized culture and ancient culture, but in an update. In an update considering modern scientific knowledge. That it is sufficient, in most cases, for non-invasive treatments and a preventative holistic approach and mindset that the healing temple of the body should not be mutilated, basically. We have what we have for a reason. All of it has purpose. Skin, the blood, the bodily fluids, all of these are incredibly architected to do what they do and to have multifunction. And even parts of our biology which people tend to disdain, like saliva, for example, has remarkable healing substances and properties. So none of these creations from emergent evolution were designed to be discarded, but to keep perpetuating life. And it is perhaps one of the greatest illusions of modern times that everything has to degenerate. We're clearly built for expanding programming. So that brings us to the next segment of how technology shines a light on this and brings awareness that computer technology gives us an interesting mirror to consider how we can program ourselves, given that genetic properties are shown to be malleable. That we can program ourselves very strongly with beliefs or philosophical ideations, and those have a tremendous effect. The most obvious example is the placebo effect, of course. But if you're operating within a set of beliefs, that's what your command center is telling your entire being. So how are we going to program ourselves going forward? There's certainly room in there for new and updated or modified programming that's informed by our environment. And what's in our environment is this incredible, massively powerful technological engine that is computer technology and now artificial intelligence. What a mirror for all of the aggregate knowledge of humanity. And it's mirroring back to us simply our genetic library. And I'm saying that I believe this to be true, that we have genetic memory that we can tap into. And this is being proven scientifically. It's rather new on the scientific side of things, but it should be realized that a lot of these things are widely accepted by non-industrialized perspectives, by more new spiritual perspectives of modern cultures that respect nature, of indigenous cultures as well, that of course we have genetic memory. Of course all these things are passed along from our ancestry. After all, why would there be so much information in there? Why would it be so complex? That's because it's the product or the sum of everything that's come before it. So genetic memory says that we can tap into this and all the knowledge and skills that have been gained, and that we can add and modify programming. That this is what evolution wants to do. Just by historical patterning here, it's not such a reach to say that what evolution wants to do is to keep learning and creating and propagating. So the futuristic mindset is that one can just keep on evolving and keep learning and engaging with the different levels of life, from the nanoscale or even the particle scale, the quantum, on up. That's a magical position that we have as humanity. And other creatures on our level is that we can observe the levels that are on a smaller scale, and we can observe the levels that are on a much larger scale. And to a certain extent, we can decide what we're going to do with that and how we're going to interpret it. And that is a power that can be used freely and, in this narrative, quite constructively. That by the evolutionary power of choice, I could choose to go down the road of extending my biological life. Because I'm viewing that as a branch of possibility on the tree of evolution, or on the decision tree. Because what I've observed from my environment, it shows me that it is possible. That is my perspective. Because I've seen other organisms do it that have had much longer to evolve than I have. And this is all based on a new paradigm of trusting biology and working with biology rather than being afraid of or working against it. And that also implies the trust of microworld or microorganisms, of their immense intelligence in bringing us to life, basically. And just overall working more synergistically with nature, in understanding self, learning from our technological mirrors that are helping us get to this next level, however challenging it may be at times. And just to trust the complex biology rather than what amounts to attacking it or toxifying. It demands a new level of knowledge that merges the ancient to the modern to the futuristic. We all hold these things to draw from and blend into one. The trine of past, present, and future. And this expanded perspective is informed by science, by spirituality, by technology, or technologies, plural, of various kinds. So there's enough knowledge now to expand into the next chapter. There's certainly enough choices for everybody. This has been the Studio Shangri-La podcast, The Healing Temple of the Body, A Shifting Paradigm of Health, Part 2. You can visit the website, www.studio-shangri-la.com. If you're interested in being part of the podcast, please reach out through the website. Thanks for listening.